Good afternoon. I'm Joseph Copser, and I thought today we would reflect on John Lewis, Audrey Grevious, and the reason we vote. So, what I noticed in social media was everyone reflecting on the life of John Lewis, obviously a civil rights icon, somebody who we will surely miss, and it is great to see the tributes as they come out today. While I wasn't lucky enough to know John Lewis, I was lucky enough to know one of his peers, Mrs. Audrey Grevious, who I've talked about many times. She was my sixth grade teacher at Maxwell Elementary School, along with generations of kids who looked up to her. Now, the reason why she is so incredible is not just the fact that she was a civil rights icon right there in the same era as John Lewis, sitting at the lunch counters, making sure that she had the right to service just like everyone else. What makes Audrey Grevious, in my eyes, and in the eyes of so many of her students, so special is that she was able to relate to us on a very personal level. So whether it was her favorite production of the year, which was always the nativity scene, or whether it was overseeing graduation and making sure that we were there, she made sure that our peers, my friends, whether it be anyone from Terrence Pope to Tessa Craig, Adam Carrero, Matt Childers, Gabriel Roble. I'm not going to go into the list because, of course, I'll leave people out. I don't want to leave out Lene Wilson, of course. And by the way, who can say that clip-on ties were not cool? But the point is, the reason why she was so special is she made sure that we understood that when you see a problem, go and fix it. I will always remember her challenge to us, and I will always be inspired to do the work that I do because of her. But now let's tie Audrey Grevious and John Lewis together. If you have not seen the film Good Trouble, the documentary about John Lewis, make sure you go and see it. The reason why it's so important is because for people alive today who maybe don't understand the outrage that's occurring, they might not even realize the history that people like John Lewis fought through. And what's even more amazing, is, or I should say that I'm quite proud of, is the fact that I, in my run for Congress, was part of a team that was much larger than anything that we were doing. And what was really incredible about it, as we think about the reason and the right to vote, is that we were using technology in 2018 that made it easier for people to find a way to get registered and ultimately to vote. In Texas 21, we think as many as 10,000 first-time voters or new voters who had moved into the district were able to cast their vote. And in this case, hopefully supporting our efforts, focusing on jobs, education, and our kids' future. And then what is so cool about tying it all together is the same technology that helped our campaign in 2018 is what the documentary filmmakers chose for their website, Good Trouble, with John Lewis, because he was all about getting more people to vote. So from John Lewis to Audrey Grevious to the technology that powered our campaign, it really is amazing to be such a small part of our American history. And one more thing to reflect on. If all of this is causing you trouble or you don't quite understand what's going on right now with the turmoil and tribulations inside of our country, I recommend that you not only do things like go to Netflix and find all of the movies that they're recommending right now that are so important to understand how we got to now. Another thing that I recommend that you do is check out a series of videos, webinars by the Texas Lyceum. They take the perspective of what it's like not just to be black in America, to be a black man, to be a black woman, but also to be an aspiring ally. I was fortunate enough to be a part of that discussion, and I hope you check them out on the Texas Lyceum website. I'm Joseph Copser, and thanks for tuning in to this quick take on the moment. It used to be called the Quick Texas Minute, but now it's the Quick Take on the Moment.